Today's show is brought to you by Pardon My Eastside. Get your Pardon My Eastside apparel right now at www.pardonmyeastside.com and use the promo code eBlockRadio to get 25% off. eBlock Radio is now available on the New Orleans Talk Network. Be sure to check them out and the rest of the podcasts that are available at neworleanstalknetwork.com. Yo, you know what it is, man. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial right this moment. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern. Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205. I got my man Monk Money in the building.
Man, I stay in this bitch.
Posted like a stop sign,
like
right?
Really?
Man, fuck that weak ass shit. I got Angry Man in the building.
Niggas be hating.
I said I got Angry Man in the building. Alright, so fuck it. He on that bullshit again. I got my man 2G's in the building, man.
What's up, man?
What up, Joe, man? Kid, what up, though? My man Kid just checked in. He said he about to piss some people off. I ain't gonna piss nobody off, man.
Who?
I ain't gonna piss some people. You about to piss some people off?
I might piss some people off.
Yeah, I might piss some people off.
I might piss some.
We gonna see what these Bible thumpers talking about. Alright, but before we get into our for real topic, man, shit, what's poppin', dog? Oh, yeah, also it is Social Media Wednesday, so make sure you hit up my man, Real Monk Money. Yeah. That's on Instagram and Twitter. And, of course, myself at Hood Howard Stern. That's on Instagram. On Twitter, man, hit up the whole show at E-Block Radio, all right? Make sure you do that. Also, make sure you support the brand. Pardon My Eastside. Go to pardonmyeastside.com. Get your caps, fitteds, scullies, shit, all that shit. Baseball tees and shit. We got them bitches and shit. Got all that shit. Dog, what we did have some drawers and socks, though?
Bro, I think we should look in that.
Should look into that shit.
Pardon My Eastside condoms.
Right. Cause I'm gonna pick up everything except them.
Knowing you.
Look at that. No, you sent me that motherfucking video. I was like, man, you showed me that video.
I showed you that video.
That shit was funny. This nigga picked up everything other than the rubbers and shit. Anyway, so what's been popping with you, dog? It's Wednesday, hump day and shit. What's good
hump
with you?
Day.
Right.
Hump day.
Mike.
Ain't too much up with your boy. I went to the U.S. Foods. They gave us a little tutorial on some
yesterday,
things.
Right?
Yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
They gave us some tutorial thing on some things, you know what I'm saying? We want some free gifts, so shout out to U.S. Foods. Shout out to Cisco. They showed me love.
For sure.
I'm just trying to get the motherfucking Easy Street Saloon popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get it jumping, bro. So I need help from everybody. I'm making my problem y'all problem. You know what I'm talking about?
That sound familiar. That sound real familiar and shit. Damn, that nigga on one of that.
I love it.
Right,
I love it. We about to argue.
Yeah, I think probably so.
Argue. You ready?
Nah, so yeah, he said that's the only thing that's going on. Easy Street Saloon. Make sure that you do follow them on Instagram as well. Now hiring. So if what y'all need? Everything.
Bar bags, bartenders, servers, expo.
Send your email inquiries to apply@easystreetsaloon.com. All right, apply. at easystreetsaloon.com. Bartenders, all that shit. Bar bags, like you said, dishwashers, all that good shit.
Yeah.
All right, so make sure you apply and be ready for the grand opening soon.
Yeah.
What else popping, dog? Shit, that's really about it.
That's really about it with your boy.
Yeah.
I've been watching this shit called the Umbrella Club or the
Umbrella
Academy. Yeah.
What the fuck
yeah,
is that?
yeah. It's
a bunch of kids with extraordinary gifts.
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
It's some Netflix shit?
Yeah, they was like all born on the same day. Like, I just got to season 2, nigga. I was trying to stay up and watch that shit, but I felt like I had a fucking blow or something.
Season 2, also. This is not some new, this ain't no new
season
shit.
1.
Yeah, it's season 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got like episode 2 myself.
Yeah.
Y'all jump on, what's it, Russian Down?
Russian
No.
Down?
Yeah, jump on it?
I ain't up on shit.
I jump back on Walking Dead and shit.
Yeah.
I started that shit all over.
I never fuck with that shit ever.
Yeah, Walking Dead, that shit, bro. I fuck with it.
Like Queen of the South still in rotation. Right?
Yeah, I ain't really got into Queen of South yet. I gotta get some time.
Oh yeah, that's the shit. Yeah, EasyStreetSaloon.com, Denise. Yeah, that's correct. The website is not fully functional yet, although you can send your email inquiries to apply at EasyStreetSaloon.com. All right, so make sure you send your inquiries there to the email. The website is on its way.
Right.
My bad. So go ahead. What was you saying?
Nothing.
Yeah, she had said something about the website.
I need a Vernon. Well, come holler at us, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you walk up in there, we'll, you know, talk to you right then and there, you know what I'm saying, on the spot interview. So, if you walk up in there, we'll, you know what I'm saying, interview right there on the spot.
Yep. If you need the address and shit, you can go to the Facebook page, Easy Street Saloon of East Point. All right, Easy Street Saloon of East Point, and it'll pop right up on the Facebook page. But yeah, so I ain't hip to that shit though. I ain't hip to the what'd you say? Umbrella what? Umbrella Academy. I ain't hip to that shit. I gotta get back on the fucking.
Stop watching Baby Boy all the time.
No, look.
Love basketball.
But the Netflix shit right now, I've been watching documentaries and shit. Like I've been watching it. I've been watching the Killer Mike shit, which is kind of a little bit how we got on topic today and shit about Christianity and shit. But been watching that shit, and then like I said the other day, I was doing the Sam Cooke joint. I want to watch the Bob Marley joint. I haven't got to it yet. I'm about to watch that shit though. I'm gonna see what's popping with that shit. But outside of that, man, did you fuck around with the? Cause we ain't really talk about that shit. Did you fuck around with the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw LeBron and the team go down 20. And they
just exploded.
Right.
Exploded.
Everybody was shooting threes. Nigga, that shit was remarkable.
That was a 3
point. Niggas was shooting from half court.
I was complaining about the All-Star game. I thought it was pretty.
I thought
that game.
Run the score up and
it's better than fucking Pro Bowl.
Yeah, like dog, I don't understand what they expect, dog. Like I don't expect too much defense either. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hurt your fucking self.
All them cats worried about their career.
Yeah.
Right. This the halfway point. It ain't like it's over with. At least in the Pro Bowl, you got all summer to recuperate and shit.
Steph lost that game, but this little dunk at the end was pretty dope and shit.
Mr. Dunk. The bounce pass.
Yeah. The bounce pass
on the floor.
Out of the Cupo.
All the way.
All the way back. Yeah, he went up there and got that bitch, bro. I thought Curry fucked up when he bounced that bitch so high, bro.
Oh yeah, he went and got that bitch.
Yeah. I didn't know where the fuck he was going.
Look down.
I said, oh shit.
No, I didn't think he was gonna go up there how to go get that motherfucker. That was the first bucket of the game.
No. I think like first half or something.
That was like that wasn't the first
one.
No, it wasn't the first half though.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
First dunk was fucking Paul George. He did that.
Oh right. You right. Now, did you watch the dunk contest at all?
No.
It was all right. Like it wasn't, it wasn't like.
It's nothing. Can they do now?
What the fuck do you expect? Motherfucker shoot out a cannon or something?
Right. I mean, it was straight though. It was straight.
That's just fucking.
Oh, my man Ken said abducted in plain sight. I heard about that. Yeah, that's some shit on Netflix too. I heard about that shit. I ain't hip to it though. Yeah. Enrique, what up, though? That's my man, All American Ricky and shit. What up, though? Checking that shit out, bro. Yeah, but it might not be. Shit, it might be. He might have took them all. Yeah, I ain't sure. Delete said, all right, yeah, we about to get on topic though, for real. That is the topic and shit, but we just got sidetracked. Let me see. Bob Marley and Sam Cooke's documentary was very exciting. I watched the Sam Cooke one. I haven't watched the Bob Marley one yet. I want to get on to that shit though and check that shit out. Both men were. Bro. I know we about to. Both men were being pursued to be murdered. But I'll let you watch it when you get a chance. All right, bet. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that shit though, the Bob Marley joint. All right, so look, it's 10:30, man. I guess it's about time for us to get into our for real topic. For real. Thank y'all for hanging out while we talk a little shit about everything else. But you know what the topic is, right? So underneath right here it says, "Is Christianity hindering the black community?" All right, hit that poll right now. We got where we at with it? Look like 100% say yes. Wow, can't believe that. 0% say no. All right, so right now we at 100% says yes, 0% says no, that Christianity is hindering the black community, man. So we want to know. My man Coke just checked in. What up, though? We're going to go around the block first, but make sure that you hit us in the comment box and let us know what you think. Is Christianity hindering the black community? Money, I think you already had some controversial ideas, I guess, and shit. What you want to say about that
not
shit?
Controversial, but I'm just saying, like, I really think all the religions are here to set to divide us anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Christianity, I believe in God. You know what I mean? I believe in the Lord, but I
He's
don't.
the Lord.
I don't believe in a lot of these churches and what
Yeah.
they stand for, bro. And
People in the church.
and the churches, yeah, period. Yeah. I don't like what they stand for. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these people, like, is fucking homeless. And I just posted something about how churches are huge.
Yeah.
It's a lot of these churches are huge, bro, and they got homeless people laying around the church.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was about the churches, like how churches is just, yeah, I think it was the Tupac post. Yeah, the Tupac post, like he was just saying, like, dog, all these churches in New York, bro, is huge, bro, but we got homeless people walking around here.
Yeah.
People that's hungry, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, we talked about it in a couple shows, that you should be able to go to the churches and the schools for help. You know what I mean? Like, you really can't. And what kills me is that my aunties, they go to church, they don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
But this dude that's delivering the message has a Bentley, a mansion. Like, bro, like at one point when you say, okay, this is enough money for me, now I'm situated, let's get the community right and what's around me right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at no point the churches do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I got to beef with the churches, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, when these
All churches. Some churches might do.
I got it's 90% of the motherfuckers
said
on
90%.
bullshit.
This niggas be breaking out numbers.
That's
I don't know which ones actually give back, but you know what I'm saying? You're good at some of them, but the ones that doing the fucking up is the ones that shit.
I mean, you're going to hear good from a lot of them. You're going to hear a little good from a lot of them because, you know, just the message they trying to get across.
Yeah.
But my thing is, bro, these motherfuckers getting shot, black people getting shots in the street by the police, you know what I'm saying? Gang and shit, all this shit. Dog, the churches at one point would jump into that and, bro, and try to, you know, dissolve that, bro. I don't see none of that, dog.
Yeah.
I don't see none of that, bro. So I'm just saying, like, churches and religion is here to divide us in the first place, bro. It's in here to divide us in the first place, bro. A lot of stuff that they, you know what I'm saying, preach, I don't agree with, bro. Like, I know God, what God need money for, bro?
He's in the church need money, right? My man Coach say spirituality is the way, not necessarily religion. Stay woke.
That's it.
Ken said, do y'all know about faith-based initiative? No, school me on that, bro. I'm not sure on that. School me on that. Hit me in the comment box and let me know what you're talking about. As far as Christianity itself, like, well, first of all, obviously, I didn't grow up in the church and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I kind of did.
yeah, I know. Yeah, you kind of did, but I didn't really grow up in the church. So I guess my opinion on like church life is probably biased because of that. But excluding just the church itself, Christianity though is, I mean, obviously it is sort of I think it's problematic. I won't say it's a problem, but it's problematic only because, I mean, this is the religion that was, you know, not to get all serious and shit, but this is the religion that was basically put on to us to keep us in captivity and shit. And honestly, it's not doing much different.
No, we still in captivity.
It's not allowing you to be self-reliant. And what I mean by that is that it's so easy for you to give up on yourself and try to, as my man Bo always say, put it in God's hands and shit, right? But which you can't have. What's the term for y'all church niggas and shit? Faith without work is dead or some shit like that, right? I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, basically just means that you can have faith, but if you ain't putting in the work, it's nothing. Yeah, it's not. It still don't get nothing. But I think that the story, I think it's safe to call it the story of Christianity. It is. I think it is a hindrance to the black community and shit. Only because I think maybe because we always been at a deficit. So I think Christianity serves as a way for us to pull ourselves out of the well and shit. But it's not really working though. So
It ain't been working.
I mean,
100 and some years.
I believe I'm like.
Is anything working?
Right. I mean, there's a spiritual connection to something, obviously. Like, I agree with that. I'm not necessarily sure about the whole story of Christianity because at the end of the day, some of this is man written and shit. So your connection spiritually to something is obviously there. Like, that shit exists.
Like,
Yeah.
since all of us, man.
Well, supposedly it was something inscribed by Jesus on tablets and shit, on tablets of stone. Ain't that what the Bible say? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying.
It don't even matter, bro. I really think, bro, like I don't understand, like, the Bible and how it's set up, bro. Like, I really think the Bible sometimes, dog, is like a Harry Potter story, bro. Like, seriously, bro. Like, seriously, bro. Like these people, like, parting seas and hornets of fucking shits come in and shit. Like,
I think it's symbolic.
Symbolic hell. It's a story, bro.
Right.
It's a story. So
yeah.
Could be entertaining.
So how do we supposed to fucking? I've never seen nobody part in the sea. I seen David Blaine walk on water.
David Blaine.
But I've never seen nobody fucking part in the sea, Red Sea, bro. Like, any sea.
Like I said, I think it's symbolic.
Symbolic, bro. How? Like, tell me, like, these stories are symbolic. So why do we have to abide by these rules, like these things that they said in here? It's a lot of things in the Bible that's... Beach of slaves was in the Bible, but they snatched that out. Shit about slavery was in the damn Bible, but they snatched that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you snatch it out? And why was it there in the first place?
That's why I say I think it's a tool of control, though. Like, not just Christianity, but any religion.
Any religion.
Probably a tool of control and shit. I mean, the main thing is that if everybody just really got into connection with their spirituality and shit and didn't follow any kind of religion and shit, what you think would happen then, though?
The world probably be a perfect place.
It probably would be, but some of the powers that be wouldn't have the ability to control us, though. And I think that's what it is. I think it's a control thing.
Definitely.
I think religion is a control thing.
It's been there to control us from the beginning, bro, and it is, bro. Like, I'm not saying don't have no faith, bro. I am one of the... I have more faith than a lot of the people you know, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I just cannot put my faith in this guy that's driving the Bentley and all his people other around him is suffering, bro.
You be a churcher and that actually go to church?
A church.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and this is what my auntie did, and then rest in peace, Auntie Margaret. But she stopped going to the churches.
Yeah.
She was the most spiritual person I know. Like, at some point, I could feel her praying for me, bro, and I'm on the other side of the city, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can feel it sometimes. She stopped going to church.
Yeah.
She did churches at home, you know what I'm saying? Like, she schooled her kids at home.
Yeah.
She did churches, and all of them doing great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she the most spiritual lady I know.
Yeah, without going to church.
Without going to church.
Yeah, for sure.
She stopped. She was going. She just stopped.
Yeah.
And she made her house a church.
Right, basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, anytime two or more people and shit in the conversation of spirituality or Jesus or whatever figure that you worship and shit. I mean, 2 or 3 people and shit. That's basically called church.
Yeah,
that's basically called church. Now the spirituality, like I said, is definitely a different thing. So spirituality and religion, 2 separate things. And I'm leaning more towards spirituality than I am religion, only because I know that religion is kind of like, to me it's just like any other tool of control that the government or I guess we'll just say the powers that be and shit to keep everything in order, so to speak. And with that being said, I think Christianity is probably, in my opinion anyway, it's probably the worst for us because it makes us so submissive. Like, we always saying how we the most forgiving, you know what I'm saying, forgiving and you know, culture and shit. And I think that's part of it. Like, I think that's part of it. Mm-hmm. What's up?
How does it control you?
You serious right now? Because it's telling you what to think. It's telling you how to live your life.
It's giving you a guideline.
It's giving you guidelines. It's giving you laws. Yeah, like the 10 Commandments, for real. Like, and these are things that, as you mentioned before, probably all aren't man-written. I mean, some of it they said was actually by Jesus. I'm not sure. No. But I'm saying whenever it's a strict line of rules given to you by people unknown and shit, telling you how to live your life, even though I think when we born, you have an innate desire to do right or wrong. Like, I think you know the difference between right or wrong without religion. Without Christianity, like, I think you're born with a certain skill set. Like, it's just innate.
And that's when the spiritual part comes in.
Exactly. It's a spiritual connection to something. But I don't think that you need laws and scriptures to govern that. So when you have that, I think that's control. That's just like having a job and you know what to do with your job, but you got to micromanage it and shit. Like,
you got this dude over your shoulder every 10
exactly.
seconds.
So that's how I see Christianity though. It's like a system of control. So as soon as you get in touch with your spirituality and figure out that life is better off doing it this way, then they slap you with the Bible and shit, and then tell you that you sinning and shit. Which in reality, from all the stories in the Bible that I've seen, every time you wake up, you sinning because you doing something that's not Christ-like and shit. I guess is the word. So that's why I think it's a tool of control. It's how you keep people in order. It's how you keep a black community, what's the word I'm looking for? Docile, I think. Docile. You keep us submissive, and you keep us kind of under the thumb, and that's why they don't like. Well, I ain't gonna say they don't like, but I think it's a little bit of a fear from black Muslims because black Muslims kind of differentiate themselves from Christianity, and I think that's scary for the Christian control because it shows that we got a mind of our own and we can kind of think in different ways and shit. So I think that's what's scary. What's up?
So black people go atheists or Muslim?
Atheists.
I ain't gonna say atheists.
Christians are destroying our community.
I'm not saying we're not saying they destroying our community. I'm not saying they destroying our community because they have no control.
Because we allowing that shit to happen.
I mean, exactly. So we can't say that they doing that. I don't know, bro. Like I can't really explain and put it in words, bro. But I just cannot understand how the churches work, bro. I don't understand how they work, bro.
Well, nobody ever go convince me about the church. Like for real, you might get convinced me about religion and Christianity, but you never go get me to change my idea about the church.
Let me tell you, like business. And this is the last time I've been to church, bro. I went into church with my auntie. I'm not gonna say the church, bro, because this dude is well known, bro. Like he's well known in the music industry. He's well known in the Christianity.
So now we already know.
So he's well known.
To perfecting.
Damn, I don't say the name.
But my thing already said it. Motherfucker, everybody. But
my thing is, bro. I went in there, and my auntie, I was feeling it, bro. Like I was feeling the spirit. Music was on point. I like, damn. And then the collection plate. The collection plate didn't go around. That's why I was so amped. And that's why I was so feeling it. So like,
that's why I was feeling it.
In the middle of his whole sermon, bro, the dude say, "Okay, now it's time to give." All right, bet. Anybody that's giving over $100, get over here in this section. Anybody giving $100, get in this section. Anybody giving under the $100, get in this section. What the shit did I just watch? Like, what was that I just watched, bro? And then instantly, bro, I kissed my auntie. I said, "Baby, I'm gone." She like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "Mom, it ain't far away from the crib. I catch the freight back to the home." You know what I'm saying?
Messed me up too. I went to a church too, and my man and baby girl like, "We're gonna start with an offering of 50." I'm like, "I just want to tell me what I'm gonna offer or give y'all."
Yeah.
You're supposed to be giving.
Right? I understand that offering does need to happen because at the end of the day, if you involved in the church, if you at a church, then if you at a church and you taking all of that spiritual nourishment and shit, then you should be giving something back to that church.
So I'm giving my 10% and plus the offering.
Well, I'm just saying.
Now, to be honest with you, you know me, I stay on the motherfucking fence.
Yeah.
Now, if they were doing what they were supposed to do with that money, to piggyback up what I always say in the way he said, take care of shit, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Right.
To attend that school, if it was free for my kid to attend that school, I wouldn't have an issue with that shit.
Yeah.
If daycare was available to my kid when I had to work or got to do some shit, I wouldn't
Ain't
have
no
an
problem.
issue with
Right.
that shit. But if you getting all that and I still got to pay tuition to go to this school, I can't come to you and get no assistance for nothing.
Yeah.
You got cars, Bentleys, and planes and shit.
They say planes.
True.
That's when the issue for me come in.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no different than taxes.
Yeah.
You know what
Because
I'm saying?
if the church working for your community, you ain't got no problem.
I wouldn't have no issue.
Yeah, you ain't got no
Then
problem.
I know my daycare is paid for. I know if shit get tight, nigga, I can't get coats. I can go to the church, man. Look, I need some coats.
Right.
You know, some boots or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Right.
Or, you know, one day out the week, I'm like, shit, it's real. I'll go to church. Hey, we got a week. Let's go to the church.
Right.
I done paid for it already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
for
Now,
sure.
if they putting that shit right back out, I wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah. And it's some church that's doing that, and just like we gotta backtrack a little bit. Jackie had checked in earlier. She said it's not true, Monk, talking about the churches. Said there are churches in Detroit that have charter schools, apartments, and housing. They have soup kitchen scholarships for students entering. Also, a lot of other services. So I mean, obviously, it is some churches.
I'm not saying.
Which one?
I'm saying everyone should be like that, baby. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that all of them fucked up. I'm saying everyone should be like the one that you just explained to us. Every church.
All of them should be like that.
Every church. Every church. Not just your good church.
Should be no one Billy.
No.
One Billy. My man Marcus said he would love to be a guest next time we talk about this. Come through, dog. Fuck with us.
Hey, you know how many church vans that Billy could buy?
You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on, bro.
Families that Billy could buy? Billy could buy.
Families
you get fed off that Billy.
Okay, hold on. So this is the description that Ken was talking about earlier. All right, so he said Bush, this is G-Dub and shit, began a program that pays each church a specific grant per congregation number. Thus, the churches agreed on taking this grant, removing themselves from social issues, and putting themselves in line to continue receiving this money. Damn, I didn't know that.
I knew it.
This has stopped any church that receives these grants from fighting against the government or being active as they did in the 50s and 60s. Look how these mega churches have grown over the last 15 years. Mm-hmm. I wasn't hip to that shit, which makes sense though. Which I could see that. This is kind of the same way, huh?
I like hush money.
It's kind of like hush money.
It is.
And also, you know what else is like? I think this is like private schools and shit. Like in college, like private colleges, this is kind of the same thing. Like they get paid for the enrollment and shit. So really, they don't give a fuck about your education. They just try to make sure you get them dollars. And that's why it wasn't no retention. Like in some private schools, it's like they get you in there, they get them dollars. They don't give a fuck if you graduate or not, because they already got paid off for you being there and shit. So this is kind of like that same thing. I hate to equate that to that, because I don't want to discourage nobody about going to college. But I'm just saying, my man Bo said, yeah, Joel Osteen closes up shop during the hurricanes in Houston. Good Christian man.
Good Christian man. You feel me? Good point, Bo, because he did that. He did that. It took 2 weeks for him to let people in that mug. And he got a stadium.
Jackie said the Catholics have an entire city in the Vatican. Very powerful. Kids say atheists are not devil worshippers. No, for sure not. I think they just kind of they bucking the system. I think, and it's kind of I guess being an atheist don't mean that. I think being an atheist kind of just mean you don't really necessarily believe in the whole Christ story and shit. But I don't think that excludes you from being spiritual though. So like you can probably be borderline atheist by just being spiritual and not going to church. My man Al said, what up though? He said the Kingdom Hall, you give your offering before or after. No place pass is on you and discreet and shit. Oh yeah, I forgot. So you talking about Jehovah's Witnesses, right? This Kingdom Hall. I would call him by his whole name. Kodak Lee just checked it. He said 5013C. I guess that must be the tax write off and shit for. God damn, this is a long one. God damn, Ricky got this long ass.
Ricky,
I wonder.
God damn,
Right.
Ricky.
You right? Oh, we ain't got no number no more. Coke said research the Council of Nicaea. I'm not sure what that. I'm gonna have to research that. All right, Ricky. I gotta clear my throat to read this long motherfucker right here. It said during our bondage, we got taught the wrong perspective purposely to keep us submissive and turning the other cheek. When someone bullies us, we are quick to forgive everyone else except our own. This is definitely true. No one on the planet is perfect, and there are too many versions and philosophies to go around. For me, at the end of the day, I keep a personal relationship with God, master myself, and be the change I want to see, which is treat people how I want to be treated. Simple. That's about as simple as that. You don't go to the hospital to find healthy people. You go to the hospital because you're sick. So when I look at church, I expect to see morally and spiritually sick people. When I do go, I don't go for them. Your spiritual walk is for you, and you are fortunate to encounter like-minded people on your journey. That is a blessing. That's true, though. That is true, though. Like, obviously, when you go to church, I mean, it's going to be fucked up people because that's why they're there.
Yeah.
But then it's like the people in the churches are the most judgmental, though.
Yes.
Like, when you know, that's like being mad that you went to the hospital. Like you say, you mad that you went to the hospital and everybody's sick. Yeah.
Like what he said.
That's why they there, nigga.
What Ricky said, you know what I'm saying? Like we judge but our own. And that's crazy. And that's crazy. We don't, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we give us the most motherfucking flack. Just like Jesse. We gave Jesse. We horn Jesse. Everybody horn Jesse. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no confused.
But like we told y'all on Monday, I told y'all on Monday that when the story first came out, I was like, oh, this nigga lying. But as soon as the police said that shit was a lie, I was like, fuck them, because I don't believe there was some shit in the game, nigga.
I knew it was a lie off rip.
That's what I'm always saying. I don't think none of that shit.
I told y'all it was a lie off rip, bro.
So you was on it from rip.
Off rip, bro.
Said, I fought back. I could get Tupac.
You just not gonna let that go, huh?
That's the funniest shit, dog. He said that, dog.
He said
the gay Tupac.
But look, though, all the way up in. All right, we getting off subject. My bad. Go ahead, dog. What was you saying?
I'm just saying, like Jesse, bro. Like we turned our backs on Jesse, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit happened to him, bro. Like, we don't judge him from that. Like where the church is at on that, bro. Like, it's a problem, bro. Yeah. It's been a problem since we came over here on.
I think that go back to what Ken was saying though, about like you said, hush money.
Yeah,
like, they really not speaking out on certain subjects, bro. And it's crazy, bro. Like, is that money more worth it? You know what I mean? Like, how spiritual it is to say, forget everything that's going on in the world. I'm just gonna take care about what here. What's spiritual about that, bro? Yeah, and it can't be benefiting the community, shit. Because you got so many churches like in bad. That's the weird thing to me though. How you got a church in a fucked up community? How that's an oxymoron. Like how the community fucked up if the church right in the middle of that bitch. Like
six of them.
Right, 6 of them. I don't know, though. That's the weird shit. My man Ken checked back in. He said, "Here's the key about Christianity to blacks. Christianity preaches you can't serve two masters. Yet the slaves called the person that introduced them to Christianity a master. Then God was their master as well. Slaves were forced to serve a contradictory religion from the get-go." Damn, that's a way to break it down.
Damn.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's been a tool since back in them days. So like when black people kind of buck the system as far as Christianity goes, how can you be mad? Like I don't fault nobody for going to church. No. I don't look down upon people who decide to be clergy and shit. Cause I got a couple of homies that that preach for real. And the crazy thing about it is that I think that most often or more often than not, once they really get into the whole preaching thing and in the church thing, then that's when like you hear some real life stories about what people of the cloth really think about Christianity and shit. You know what I'm saying? My man Bo said, so we going. He said, so we going to the Blue Flame, right? Yeah, we definitely gonna go to the Blue Flame when we get to the ATM. In case y'all don't know, what we're talking about on what's called it trigger warning with Killer Mike and shit. Like he started a whole little church and shit. He did a church inside the Blue Flame and shit. Though that's crazy. Let me see. Marcus said Jesus is actually Caesar Borgia. All right, you gotta explain. I'm not sure. Like everybody got some educated shit to say and shit. Yeah. I guess I'm not educated enough on this subject and shit. But I just want to talk about it because these are my feelings and my opinions. Hit me to that game, Marcus. Shit. Hit me in the comment box. We'll read it. We read Ricky long ass shit, so we read George still this long as hell. Right. Hit me in the comment box right now. Right now we got 100% says yes, 0% says no right now and shit.
It's a lot of church people ain't tuning in. Like a lot of church.
They tuning in. They just ain't saying.
They got the hell on.
They got the hell on. They don't want to hear that shit.
They're on their way to claim some Bentleys.
Say to claim some Bentleys, dog. Hey, so look, I gotta ask this question though. While we waiting on some people to chime in. Oh shit, hold on. We got Coley, my man Coley, Pastor Gracie. This one of the homies and shit that's in the pulpit now. Let's see what he got to say. He said, if you do your research, you'll find that Christianity wasn't introduced to slaves. Africans had it first. In certain regions of Africa, this is true. In other regions, not so much. So, yeah, so it was some Christianity in Africa and shit, but it wasn't no Christianity in them Africans that got shipped over here, though. All right, so let's be clear on that shit. I know you gonna check me, my nigga, because I know you on your shit.
So the one that was, had the Christianity people, they didn't get touched?
I'm not sure if that's the case, but most of the ones that were shipped over here didn't have Christianity, but it was Christianity in Africa, though.
You don't think the Christianity people pointed them to them people? I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, kids said the image of Jesus comes from Caesar Borgia. Oh, so that's where the the image of Jesus comes from. Look, I don't know. All I know is that I do think that Christianity is a form of control, especially not just for black people though, for people. Period. I think religion is
division, dog. It's simple division. Yeah,
simple division, dog. For real. I mean, that's what it is. And even somebody who is of the cloth, somebody who was deeply entrenched in the church, like these are facts that you can't deny it. Like you can't deny. I mean, it creates division. Like any kind of, it's almost like race. You know, it's almost like race. Like, it's just divisive for whatever reason. Like, and it is divisive. That's why you can have an all-out argument with somebody who's not a Christian.
And it's division in everything. It's even division in the. They got Baptists. They got non-denomination. They got all these different names about the same damn thing. Like, I don't understand. like all these different names. They doing the same thing in each church, right, bro. Like, I mean, somebody explain to me what's the difference between all these different denominations they got out here, bro. Like, explain to me why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Y'all divided off rip.
Right.
Off rip. And then y'all put division in the damn church. Because y'all 6 different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, 6 different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, real, for real. They're telling us the same story. You know what I'm saying?
Interpretation, I guess.
Yeah, and that's why I think that spirituality
different stories of it.
Your interpretation of whatever actually happened.
Interpretation and deliverance. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on who's telling it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not going to tell the story the same way you're going to tell it.
Yeah, and that's why it's possible to have so many churches.
Yeah, because the basic Bible hasn't been like really rewritten. It's the same. You teaching the same thing for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
So it's all about how you deliver the story. You know, the message, whatever.
Yeah. Coach said research now. I'm going to do some research now, but right now I'm working off emotions. These are my opinions. These are my emotional opinions. My man Bo said, what I don't get is it's all Christianity, right? But Catholics don't like Protestants, Southern Baptists, and First Baptists, Methodists, etc.
Like, I don't understand that. That's what I don't understand.
My man Coley said, I can explain all day long, but I'm not about to type a book. All right, well, type us a little chapter then. Type us a chapter. I really want to know from your perspective, because right now it looks like you are one of the only ones that are actually of the cloth that's willing to comment today. So hit me in the comment box. Say a little something, dog, just from your perspective. And like I said, this is weird though, because right now he's a pastor now. Some years back, I went to church out in Pontiac a couple of times. And he had a pastor, dog. When I tell you, dog, this dude had to be from down south. Like, this is like old country ass. Like, but I would drive all the way. Like, dude, I would go to work at Marshall Fields from 4 in the morning until 10 in the morning and shit, and go all the way out to Pontiac to go to church, because I felt dude message. Like, that's, I ain't gonna lie. I went all the way to Pontiac to get his message. That my man always used to clown talking about I was on fire with the Lord and shit. I was though, cause I could feel his message. But at the end of the day though, the whole atmosphere of the church is weird though. Like I really felt his message, but I could have, like, you could have probably sent that to me like in a voicemail or something. And so, I don't want to, like, sometimes the church is not as embracing as it should.
You don't feel welcome.
Yeah, it's not as embracing.
I've been in the churches that I didn't feel welcome in.
Yeah, and that's weird though.
And you shouldn't. Never at any church.
Never feel like,
like baby girl said, with her churches and all that, all of them supposed to be like the church she explained just went down on the run now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they should all be like that, and they're not. And they're not.
And then sometimes, to their defense and shit, I think sometimes that's because it's a mirror of the community, though. If the community not putting into it, then it can't put into the community. Sometimes. Like, I mean, oftentimes it's not the case, but sometimes you got a community who not really putting into the church, so what can the church put into the community?
And they have so much things against gays, bro. Like, I understand, like, how y'all gonna be against gays in King James? And King James was straight up gay.
Well, he wasn't in the Bible. He just transcribed it.
Yeah, but how? You feel what I'm saying, though, bro?
No, I feel what you're saying, though.
Come on.
Marcus checked back in. He said, God made man and turned around in the 6th chapter of Genesis and said he represented the day. He repented the day he made man. If he was all know, didn't he know that what the man was going to be? Why was God upset? No, see, this is a lot of like when you read like into the Bible, it's a lot of what you call it? It's a lot of hypocrisy in it and everything. But at the end of the day, though, I think that it is some kind of spiritual connection to something. I just don't necessarily think that dividing people by religion.
I think they took that message of the spiritual to something and they worked their way around it to make it work for them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is.
Simple
bro.
as that. Huh?
Simple as that, bro.
Yeah, that's what it kind of sounds like. Yeah, we got a couple minutes left, dog, because we going to get out here on time today, because I think we got a meeting today.
Because I know God didn't tell them to go over Africa in big ships, take all these black people from Africa, and God told you to ship them back over here and make them work and build America on their back.
That's what they said?
Come on. That's exactly what they said.
That's what they said.
So God worked like that.
Yeah, they said that, because we was an abomination.
That ain't the story I heard.
We was an abomination, so shit, they was doing God's work. That's what slavery was for some of these people. It was God's work. Yeah, y'all niggas didn't want to hear that shit, did y'all?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes left, man. Hit me in the comment box right now. Is Christianity hindering the black community, man? We got a couple minutes. We gonna go around the block one last time, so if you got a comment, you better slide in there right now. Don't be scared and shit, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and say.
Quiet. A lot of people quiet on this subject, bro. Like, a lot of people quiet on this subject.
It's okay, and again, I don't want to sound blasphemous and no shit like that, but at the end of the day, Christianity is a religion. It's not your spirituality. You can read these stories. You can read the Bible. You can follow you can base your life around some of these Christian rules, which is good, because I think that some of these Christian rules are innate anyway. Mm-hmm. I think you're born with most of this shit. I think that in real life you're born knowing the difference between right and wrong. And to me, spirituality, that's all it is knowing your morality. Like, I think you're born with a certain degree of morality and shit. I would believe.
Some people.
I think you can have morals without ever hearing the word of God. I believe. Now this is just a theory I got, because at some point you didn't heard the word of God at some point. But and even if you've never been to church, if you've ever had a low key conversation with yourself, like your conscience, that could be your conversation with God. That's spirituality. That's your connection to a greater power. Now it might not be Christianity. It might not be what's the other shit? It might not be Muslim or some of the Catholic or none of that other shit. Catholicism, whatever you want to call it. But I think your connection spiritually it happens innate. Like, I don't think you need a certain degree of religion to have that connection and shit. Hit me in the comment box right now, though. Let me know what you think. 2 G's, man. What you say, dog? Christianity, is it hindering the black community, bro?
I think it hinders, like most things does.
He said like most things does.
But
including ourselves.
Yeah, man. Just shit like Mark said, man. You just gotta find the right church that works for you, man.
Yeah.
And like all churches should be providing for their community somehow. If you got a Bentley out there, man, I should at least get a meal or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I should be able to go get some hot soup.
Like a catfish dinner or something.
Should a catfish dinner.
That's just plain and simple, man. They should look out for the community somehow, man.
Hold on, my man Coley just checked back in. We gotta read this one. Shit. He said, when you let untrained people teach the Bible, you get bad teaching. I agree with that. Just like if you let an untrained chef cook, all right, Mark, you feel that? Mm-hmm. Don't be surprised when you get food poisoning. Think about who taught you the Bible. Is the problem the book or the teacher? That's what you said, the delivery and shit, so it could be that too.
But see, my thing is, I don't know if it was on me, but go ahead.
Yeah, it is on you.
Well, see, my thing is, I think all this is bullshit. It is, man, because I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
Just hear what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, out of all the religions, you really only got 2 headache religions. Uh-huh. You got the headaches out the Catholic, and we like the nigger religion. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Because you say, on one hand, Christianity is controlling and it divides, right?
Yeah.
On the second hand, the black community cries for help. Where does this shit come from? And then in the same spin, we say we should be able to go to the church to get this. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to go to the church without hearing some type of Christianity teaching.
For sure.
But then we turn around and say this shit is controlling. But we also say our community is out of control.
Yeah.
We all over the place with this shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck we want. Yeah. We want control, but we don't want it from you. We want to go to the church and get it, but I ain't want to go to that church. Come on, man. We all over the place with this shit.
Well, no, I'm saying if the church was doing, if the church and religion wasn't a tool of control, then possibly...
I say it's not really Christianity. A lot of people... Cause see, I grew up in the church.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Christianity that people have a problem with. I think it's the actual church.
Yeah.
People have a problem with the building itself.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem. I don't think it's the religion.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to what me and my man said. It's all about who's giving you that
Who
message.
give you the information.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
true
saying?
that.
It's not the religion. And when we get so caught up, because you know how we are, it only take one of us to say something, and that shit gonna spread like a motherfucking wildfire.
Oh, shit. Hey, my man Marcus said, ain't nobody in the sky giving a fuck about what's going on with us. Where was he during slavery? Damn.
See, back off that.
Damn.
You know, from what I was taught, because that's the first thing everybody asks when it comes to God.
How he let slavery happen?
Why is he letting that happen?
Right.
Well, from what I was taught, you know, when we were created, he created us with a mind that he wanted us to come back to him on his own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
free will.
Everybody's not going to do the right goddamn thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like, who's to say this shit ain't being accounted for? Nobody's died and came back and said, okay, this is what's going to happen. Your ass keep doing this shit.
Right.
It's all faith-based. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is faith. All of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's either you believe in this or you don't.
Or you don't. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, when it comes back to Christianity in the hood, like I said, when it comes to us, like with everything else, we all over the fucking place. We don't know what the fuck we want. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Like think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want structure, but we don't want it from the black Christianity. Then where the fuck you want it from? Because if it comes from outside, then
the church is asleep.
Then it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? If somebody else come in and say, think about the two religions we run from that you rarely hear any rhetoric about. You will run from a motherfucking Muslim because he gonna press it on you, or he gonna try and sell you fruit.
Fruit be good as hell.
Hey, let a Jehovah's Witness walk down the street, everybody dipset. Dipset. But think about it, they're in our community spreading their word, but we criticize them for it, then we flip around and criticize the shit in our own fucking community.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck we
And that's why I say all about division, bro. It's all about division, bro. It's set up to divide us, bro. Like flat out. Like I really think so, bro. Like why is there Christianity and then the Catholics? Why? What, the white people only can be Catholics? Like now they start like letting black people be Catholics too now. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like real talk, like it's about division, bro. Like it's the dividers, bro. Like they put this religion on us, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, Q, you supposed to be born with the whole thing right or wrong. Your conscience can be God talking to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, really. Like, I don't think it's anything wrong with the religion in itself. I just think it's the people. Yeah. The people that's fucking running the delivery, like my man named P said. Like,
yeah, and basically the people receiving it too.
And people receive it because we all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how people just don't see facts and just not like it's not there, bro. Like the whole fucking racist white people. Like, I don't understand how you can see hanging a person is not wrong. I don't see how you can see taking a person from their home and make them work for you for nothing. It's wrong, bro. Yeah. Like, it's wrong, bro. Like, I don't understand how people just don't see the fucking right from wrong.
But just like that and segregation and shit, they were able to justify it by means of religion. That's the way they're part of it. That's how they justified it.
That's crazy.
So that's why I say that at least it can be used as a tool of control. Maybe obviously it probably wasn't intended.
No.
But it definitely can be because all of that shit was made legitimate because of religion.
They freaked. It's like a remix, bro. They remixed some shit, bro. They freaked it. They came out with one version, and then motherfucking P Diddy took that, and he came out with his shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's exactly what it is. King James is Puff Daddy. I don't want to call Puff Daddy gay, but I'm just saying because he the remix king.
King James is Puff Daddy.
I'm just saying though. Yes.
Because at one point it does talk about slavery. At one point it does say an eye for an eye. And at one point it does say love my neighbor. And then at one point in the commandments it says thou shalt not kill.
Right.
I mean, it all depends.
It's all over the place.
You know, but like I said, it all depends on, like my man said earlier, who's teaching the shit.
Who's teaching the shit, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, nothing. You can go to school and do you understand that shit the first time it's taught to you?
Hell no.
No.
Right, hell no.
Sometimes
You right.
You might have to go through it again. How many times you can fail the class? Let's
Man.
go to college. I take that shit next semester.
Hell
Take
yeah.
that shit next semester.
Take that shit next
Because
semester
you don't
for real.
understand it. You know
For
what
sure.
I'm saying? I mean, that don't make it wrong. Just because, and that's where we get it fucked up at. If we don't understand it, it's automatically wrong.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't right.
That's people in general. Hell yeah. People in general. As soon as you don't understand it, it's wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Or if it don't work for you.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
You or you use the parts that do work for you.
Like I said, we got homies. Shit, one of our closest homies. One of the most religious guys I know there.
Yeah. Right.
Come on now. That
Right.
don't make him no less than the homie because
Right,
that's
for
how
sure.
he believes. And you know what? Whatever he believes and whatever he doing works for him.
Right.
Just
For
because
sure.
it don't work for you, don't make it wrong.
Right. For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
No, that's no doubt. My man Coley checked back in. He said it's hard to talk about the church because each one is different. Truth is, we want to be entertained, not taught. But some pastors will dumb it down to please the audience. I think that's true too. Ken said blacks only know their history at the point of slavery. We are the only ones with no true culture or understanding. Once we know what we were before slavery, we can grow as a whole. This is true, and I think a lot of people search for that. That's why this whole DNA thing is like a thing, because we trying to go back to figure out what we were beforehand and shit. And I think that's the crazy thing about our culture though. It's like we honestly like on a regular basis without putting in-depth like education or research into it, you really don't think before slavery. You really don't. You act like that's where you came from.
And that just and
that's
that,
what we was taught. Yeah.
and that's what makes Akon. So when he was on a Drink Champs, what he said, bro, it hit me, bro. It hit me, bro.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers say, if we all pack up and they do exactly what them white people say, go back to Africa. How you think Africa would thrive? And how would you think like you don't think Africa gonna come the fuck up?
Right.
You know
but
what
the
I'm saying?
crazy thing is that we can't go back to Africa because we didn't come from that motherfucker for real.
Where would we come from?
Dog, some of us have been so many generations past Africa that we really ain't from that motherfucker. Dog. We ain't no more from Africa than some white people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Came from receiving and shit.
You can't receive it.
when you talking about
Hudson Hospital.
right, and not to mention that it was some low key black people here with these Indians and shit before too. So
Yeah.
them motherfuckers might have came from Africa, but they wasn't in captivity. You know what I'm saying? So we could have, some of us could have low key been from this motherfucker shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's the crazy thing. We don't know. That's the fucked up thing. Like you meet white people, they know they Irish grandmama and shit. Like, you know, we don't know who our people was back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do that shit, man.
our people was from fucking Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go back.
Fucking plantations in Florida, nigga.
Mississippi.
You know what I'm saying?
We should motherfucker do that shit as a show, man.
Yeah. For real.
Check out his
Right, check our history for real, man. Try to get, we need donations for that shit, though. That shit costs. All right, on that note, dog, we gonna get up out of here, dog. Yo, we had a lively conversation today, man. Shout out to all the church folks that decided to chime in today, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to my man Pastor Gracie and shit. That's my guy. And I did say pastor and shit in the same sentence, but you know me, man. Jesus know my heart. But thank you for chiming in, bro. Thank everybody for checking in. Marcus, man, good conversation. My man Ken, for sure, good conversation,
Appreciate
dog.
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky, with that long ass story, and
Ricky.
shit. That long ass parable and shit. But on that note, though, I just gotta say, as far as religion go, I think that Christianity, even though it may not have been intended to do so, I think it is at this point, or can be used as a tool of control for the black community. I think the clear example is the one that Ken said about how the churches was taking grant money for building larger congregations and shit, which kind of pretty much was hush money, made them stop speaking out on certain issues because they didn't want to hinder that money and shit. So just looking at it like that, it's obviously being used as a tool of control on that point and not for the good of the community. So I just have to say, I think that we're born with an innate sense of some type of spirituality and shit, some type of connection to a higher being, and I think you can have that without having select religions and shit. I think you can have that without those tools of control. But good conversation, my niggas and shit. I want to thank everybody who checked us out today. Make sure you check out all the replays at www.eblockradio.com. Also, don't forget to support our brand, Pardon My Eastside. That's at pardonmyeastside.com. Get your snapbacks, Scully's, sweaters, all that good shit, man. Get it online. 25% off right now if you use the E-Block Radio promo code. Till the next time, though, man, you know what it is. The livest cloud radio show on the planet, man.
Earth.
Straight from the E-Block Radio live on your day. I got my man 2G's in the building. Got my man Angry Man in the building.
Just believe in Jesus and shut the fuck up.
My man Buck Buddy holding it down.
You know what it is.
And of course, man, it's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all.
Man, don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
You about to eat your chili?